another episode of X-Men
I believe it's X-Men
97. Is that what we're
97.
watching?
Yeah, that's what we're watching.
So this episode is sort of setting up the future, and so we had a strong episode with, of course, the destruction of Genosha, and then we have the episode with Storm, and then we have an episode kind of wrapping up Genosha, which I thought would happen. But we got a lot of good information, and this was surprising to me, and also refreshing. They released a trailer or something a while ago, and we saw that Captain America's shield, and we started like theorizing. I'm glad they didn't wait to show that Captain America. I'm glad they showed him because it kind of showed how. Well, I'm going to get ahead of myself, but it kind of showed a couple different things we'll get to. But also, we learned that Magneto's alive. We understand that Sinister is working for the big bad. We know the big bad is Bastion, which we'll get to. And we just got some more character development for Rogue, for Nightcrawler, for Cyclops, for Jean Grey, for Cable. It was a really good all around episode. It was strong. It was a strong episode. Even Roberto and Jubilee. This episode did a lot. I mean, it's a soap opera episode, so of course it's going to be what it is. But it gave us a lot of information, and I was fine with it. I had no problem. It wasn't as strong as others, but I mean, as far as moving the story forward, I can't wait to see what they got next.
Yeah, it was really good. I guess what the third was maybe my least favorite so far. Yeah, this one's right up there. I mean, it's good with good. It's good.
Yeah. So
lot going on.
Yeah, so I want to start with Rogue first, and I think some fans might be. I think did the original animated series go over how Rogue got her powers? They probably did. I just don't remember.
She was she basically was playing Roberto's role in the first episode. So in the first episode of the original series, she was being chased by sentinels in a mall.
No, that's Jubilee.
Wait, who were you talking about? Rogue. Oh, okay.
How she got her. So Rogue's abilities.
I don't know.
So Rogue's ability is to absorb people's mind and their thoughts and everything. And so when she touches someone, she absorbs all that. But if she does it too long, it's permanent. And at some point, she was hanging out with Mystique, and she absorbed Carol Danvers, aka Miss Marvel, aka Captain Marvel's abilities. And that's why she's super strong and she can fly. She doesn't have the ability to fire off energy, which is odd because Captain Marvel could, and that was a loud soda crack. Soda.
Sure. Okay.
But when we saw Storm when we saw Rogue doing her thing, it really highlighted how powerful she was. So I thought that was really good on them, and of course how angry she is because Gambit's dead. So that was really good. So, and in show notes, there's a link to that, so you can actually find out from the comics how Rogue got her powers. And one thing that I thought was interesting is Rogue said that Nightcrawler was her adopted brother, and they are adopted brother and sister in the comics. At least I think so.
I was wondering, but I thought that was just more of a hey, we're brother and sister of the X-Men.
It's all about Mystique. So Nightcrawler is Mystique's mother. No, Nightcrawler is Mystique's son.
Right.
And Mystique adopted.
Oh yeah, right. Mystique adopted Rogue. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, so that's where it is. I don't know if they grew up together.
Mystique and Destiny, I think, adopted Rogue.
Yes, and if you want to know more about Mystique and Destiny and their relationship and Nightcrawler and everybody else, just find some. It's been done pretty good. So there's a lot of comics that talk about that. It was actually interesting. There's a Nightcrawler spent some time as Spider-Man for a little while, and so I think they kind of fleshed that story out. So it's pretty cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Nightcrawler was in a Spider-Man suit doing Spider-Man things in New York. So it's kind of neat. Another thing that fans will go ask us about is Bastion. So go ahead, Mike. I know you got questions about Bastion. What's your questions?
Yeah, I didn't know who it was at all. I saw his name in the credits. That's how I knew to ask about Bastion.
They're going to explain it.
I don't think they say his name in the episode at all, do they?
No, they're going to explain it. But basically, and this is fuzzy because I don't know a lot. There's a whole bunch of X-Men lore about. Okay, so this is going to take me some time. So how patient are you?
Yeah. Tell us the story.
Okay, I'll tell you a story. All right, so the X-Men hang out are X-Men, but there are possible futures for the X-Men. And one of the possible futures is that Sentinels become a whole thing and they hunt down and chase mutants as a big massive war. And do you remember when we discussed this in the Days of Future Past when we talked about that? We talked about that before, Mike? All right.
Yeah.
So that's a possible
Yeah.
future. Now take Days of Future Past and let it go for like 50 years or even 100 years. At some
Okay.
point, there's going to be a sentinel, like a prime super sentinel called Nimrod, who's going to be like the all powerful sentinel.
Okay.
At some
Yeah.
point, this Nimrod comes into the past and he fights the X-Men. Boom, boom, boom. All right.
Right. Yeah.
Now, Bastion is a merging of Nimrod and MotherMold. So basically what the animated show is going to do is say Bastion is an evolved form of Nimrod. Because at the end, Sinister does say, "You used to be one of us," and he said, "Yes, but I have evolved." And hey, the voice actor for Nimrod is a really good voice actor. I don't know if you've seen that, but he's a well known actor. We'll have to get those in the show notes.
You mean for Bastion?
Yeah, the voice actor for Bastion is a really well known actor. I loved his voice work. I loved his voice acting in this.
Yeah.
So Bastion.
So he's actually a merged and evolved form of that sentinel that attacked Kenosha.
No, yes.
Or Genosha?
Yes. And I don't know how they're going to explain it because here's the deal. It's very convoluted. So they're taking elements of Bishop's future, Cable's future, and the idea of Days of Future Past future and merging them together. Even though there are multiple storylines with multiple mutant futures, but they're kind of streamlining it for obvious reasons. And so we'll have to wait and see how it looks. But
yeah.
You should, and I don't know if they're going to talk about time travel but if you do remember, Beast said that this technology they saw when they were interrogating Trask was from the future, and how could he get this technology? So it's probably going to be some time travel stuff. And do remember Cable's from the future, so we'll see how it goes. So anyway, go back to what I was saying. So Bastion, but here's the deal: all this stuff in the comics is completely very complicated. It's a lot of lore packed on top of lore, packed on top of lore. There's a lot of stories involved. So it's in everybody's best interest for the X-Men 97 show to streamline this down and simplify it to its core principles, which they're going to do. But I mean, it's not good for the X-Men. Like Bastion hates mutants and wants to kill them all. I'm not looking forward to see what he's going to do to Magneto. Who knows? It's gonna be terrible. But that's where he is right now.
Okay, Sebastian's he smothers Henry Gyrich in this episode.
Yeah, kills him. Yep, he's dead.
Okay.
Pretty brutal death for an animated show. There's a lot of killing and death in this.
Yeah.
Rogue just let go of Trask and let him fall to his death, but then he came back as a robot. You know, it's like, what, Rogue?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like,
right.
This show is pulling no punches. I mean, but to be fair, the destruction of Genosha is also pulling no punches too. So.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's definitely not a little kids TV show.
No, it's pretty serious. Have you noticed, as a side note, the animation? Do you notice when they transition or not?
What transition?
Never. You don't notice. There's two.
What transition?
There's two different animation styles when you watch this. I think there's two.
Okay.
I think there's two animation studios working together, and
probably
one looks a lot like kind of anime, and one looks like the old school kind of stuff. It doesn't look weird, but it's obvious. See,
like is it scene by scene, like an entire scene? No. Be in one style?
One frame has one style, and then the heavy action scenes have a different style. So next time you watch it, watch when they transition from a heavy action scene to a scene where they're just talking. If you blink, you might miss it, but it's definitely. I need to look this up because it definitely looks different. But anyway.
So, like, you're thinking they have one studio doing the action scenes and then one studio doing.
Yeah, I think they have. I think
else.
they're working with like a two studio. I think two studios are working.
And you think the style changes?
Oh, absolutely. I need to look this up.
I haven't noticed it really.
I need to look this up. Anyway, you have questions, I'm sure.
Did you notice that what two buildings?
Oh God, I don't know.
Is the Madripoor UN building in between?
I don't know.
You didn't notice?
I was working out, so I have a little cell phone screen. I can't see. I can't see that thing. I can't see anything.
What workouts were you
It's
doing?
the elliptical. I hurt my back this week.
You have an elliptical at your place, or was this in the gym?
I have a gym in my apartment.
So look at you!
I have an apartment complex. I live in an apartment, and I have a gym downstairs. I have 2 gyms actually.
Right.
2 gyms.
Right. Nice.
Yeah,
okay.
It's nice. Doing some exercise,
nice.
try to keep it from dying. But anyway,
yeah, there you go.
What 2 buildings?
That's the way.
What 2 buildings?
So the Matterport UN is right in between Roxxon and Hammer. So there's more of your Hammer guy.
Yeah, and just that plus the Captain America, they're really creating a nice little universe here with X-Men 97. It's not just going to be X-Men. So I don't want people to think the only thing we're going to see is X-Men. We're going to see a lot more animated characters from the Marvel universe. A lot more. Yeah. And they're going to...
Hammer from the Iron Man movies and Roxxon. Yeah. The first time we saw it, I think, was actually in Loki, but it's a classic from the comics. Right?
Yeah, and it's really interesting, too. I for a long time, I've been kind of annoyed with how the MCU, Disney shows, the movies, even animated stuff, have been playing with all these toys, but lately I've been kind of more relaxed about it. Like, I like the idea that someone's like some guy who loves Marvel comics, who's read comics his entire life, got a job writing this stuff and producing this stup and is adding these different little things and has some ideas. I mean, I just hope that this continues. The level of creativity we're seeing with X-Men 97 is something that I want to see more of. Like, we would never have seen Captain America in animated series for the X-Men because they would have said, no, he's Avengers. We got to keep them separate. I love how they don't care. You know, I love that how they're doing that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think a lot of that separation was just because of licensing issues, though, really.
What do you mean?
Well, they had to keep things separate because they didn't own the rights
but now they don't.
For a while.
Now they don't have to worry about it.
Right. Yeah.
What's your next question?
All right, so Rogue is interrogating Henry Gyrich.
Yep.
She touches him. She starts seeing things. At the very end, she sees a vision of someone's face.
Yep. Yeah, that's Nimrod.
Okay. It looks like a sentinel. But I think it was like pink or purple.
Nimrod. And did you hear about the people eater? What was it? Purple one?
Yeah, the song, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's purple. Nimrod's purple, so that was the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that song comes on when Bastion is dealing with Henry Gyrich and with Trask.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. I was kind of wondering why that song was playing.
It's so good. I mean, the people eater, that little tiny purple people eater thing, and like all the cool stuff. They were doing some really good work today. The production's really, really smart.
Who's the reporter with the thing for Beast?
We already talked about her.
Who is she? I forget.
We talked about her last week, dude. Trish Tilly. Like, she has in the comics, she has a romantic affair with. She has a relationship with Beast. She did the interview with him doing the Genosha attack.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, I just didn't. I mean, in this one, she's all handsy with him
because they're hinting at a deeper relationship.
Right. I thought that he got twisted with her pretty quickly, and I don't really understand why. Did you like what she was saying? Didn't seem horrible to me. Like, it just seems like he got set off pretty quickly.
Well, he's emotional. Like he lost some friends, and thousands of people are dead. Yeah, he has the right to be emotional about it. And again, they're just setting up drama. Okay, like they're going to be back together. It's going to be fun.
Guess, yeah. Okay. Because when she gets there, he's like, "Oh, I'm heartened that it's you that will be telling our story." Blah 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 blah. And then he flies off the handle with her. Okay. What does OZT stand for?
I don't know. I'm going to look it up right now.
I can tell you. I looked it up.
Damn it. Tell me then.
It is new for the series.
Oh, that's good.
It doesn't exist in the comics.
That's good.
but I think it calls back to something in the comics. It's Operation Zero Tolerance.
Oh my gosh! Yes, I know all about this.
Tell us.
Operation Zero. So this is what happened after. So okay, okay, all right. Professor X has a mental breakdown. He creates a alter ego called Onslaught. Onslaught is super powerful, and he's a creature of Professor X's mind. Onslaught separates from Professor X and becomes his own entity at some point. Onslaught and the Avengers and X-Men, they all fight. At some point, all the Avengers go and they have to like go into Onslaught to weaken him, and then he implodes and he creates another universe, and we lose the Avengers. They come back later. Now, after that, the world blamed mutants for that because Professor X is the one that did it. Professor X is arrested and goes to jail, and
What'd he do?
he
He
created
did what?
Onslaught.
Oh,
I just said that. Just said it.
I missed that part.
Okay,
So he creates Onslaught, and Onslaught attacks the Avengers and kills them
it
all.
ruins half of New York. Yes, the Avengers will come back. Now, after that, the U.S. government says we need to do something about mutants, and then Bastion shows up, and nobody knows who he is. And Bastion says, "I want full control over all our technologies to fight mutants," and he creates the Prime Sentinels, and you're going to see those probably next episode. And there's a project called Operation Zero Tolerance, and when what happened was they actually go after every mutant on in the country. They arrest thousands of mutants. They go to the X-Men mansion and steal all the technology. But then at the very end, it doesn't last long. The U.S. government shows up and they say, "No, this isn't cool," and they kind of like shut Bastion down, and it all ends.
Huh.
But you're going to see probably in the next couple episodes, you're going to see Operation Zero Tolerance show up. But I'm glad you looked it up. Smart move. Good job.
Yeah, you think the president that Cyclops was talking to is part of OZT?
No, but I think he knows about it. I think OZT is probably like a.
Well, I mean, is like has kind of approved of OZT.
I think
I guess I should
OZT,
say.
Operation Zero Tolerance, was an idea the government set up but never did. I mean, the government has lots of programs they set up but never work on.
Right.
There's a rumor that at some point the United States government create plans to reduce the amount of people living in the United States to make it more manageable. They have plans all over the
Right.
place.
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
Okay, that's not good. No, that's not good. But yeah, Operation Zero Tolerance is a real thing. But good
okay.
on that.
Yeah. Well, Trask, or no, Kyrick, I guess, was talking about how everybody's got friends in high places these days. Or
No, the president is going to authorize it, and then because what's going to happen is Bastion has Magneto captured. He's going to do something to make Magneto look like a villain. Operation Zero Tolerance will be approved, and you're going to see it happen. That's definitely going to occur. I mean, it's kind of set up that way, and so the X-Men are going to have to stop it.
Okay. What do you think of the Captain America scene?
I thought it was great. I thought that it's setting up for Avengers versus X-Men. Probably not this year, but next year. But I thought the voice actor could have been a little better. I don't know why people like to mess with Captain America's shield. I think people know it makes him mad. Like he's like, "Oh, I got your shield," and like he's like, and like I like the fact that Captain America just let Rogue hold the shield. He didn't care, and like I feel like
Right.
this is a side thing. I feel like most people care about the shield more than he does. I feel like he's like, God,
maybe, yeah.
Like now I have to go to like because when Rogue throws it, he looks at him and he's like, "I'll just go over there and get it. It's not that big a deal, you know." It's like
right,
you know, it's funny, but yeah, it's probably setting up.
He can probably like click his tongue and then the shield vibrates, and that tells him where it's at.
No, it's even weirder that you thought that would be a thing. No. But I like it, and I like the fact that it may.
Why's he gotta play it by the book this time?
What? What's that again?
Why's he gotta play it by the book this time?
He always plays it by the book. He's Captain America.
Nah, he'll go rogue if he needs to.
Yeah, but he won't do it this time. And I feel like I think they're setting up this idea that the X-Men and the Avengers are not going to see eye to eye all the time. And it looked like Rogue and Captain America have known each other before. And so it causes
Right.
familiarity. It lets us understand
Right.
there's a wider universe. I mean, it's smart. It was a smart to do. I'm glad they did it. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of them again. I can't wait to see Avengers show up and actually like, go toe to toe with the X-Men, which would definitely happen at some point. It's just smart. It's just
Now, this scene does support your two studios theory.
okay, go for it.
Sometimes during this scene, Captain America has white bands on his sleeves, and other times he does not.
See, I told you. There you go.
Yeah,
I know.
So-
I sometimes know what I'm talking about.
mm-hmm.
Hey, what else you got?
It's good to see Captain America in animated form again. It's been a long time since I've seen that.
That's awesome. Yeah,
and he's pretty true to what I remember. I don't know what show I remember seeing him in, but the way they drew him is pretty true to what I remember. So I like that.
what else you got?
Those are all except for the very end, you know.
What? Oh, with
Magneto? What are they doing with Magneto? Why is he like shaving?
I don't know, brother. I don't know what he's got planned. I don't look forward to seeing it either. I don't know. I'm nervous. I like Magneto a lot. I'm nervous what he's going to do. But I did tell you that Magneto would not be dead; that he'd be alive. You know.
Yeah, I think. You said there's no body.
You don't see a body. There's no confirmation.
Mm-hmm. We haven't seen Gambit's body.
He's dead. We did see Gambit's body, dude.
Did we?
Yeah, she was holding him at the end of the episode where he gets killed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
You gotta start taking some ginseng or something. You know?
His body didn't look that great.
No, his body looked real bad.
Either. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad.
But yeah, that's it.
How are they going to bring him back?
They're not going to bring him back. Mikey's dead. Gambit's dead.
No, they got to bring Gambit back. You got to bring Gambit back.
Dead, dude. Gambit's dead. That's how it is. Gambit's dead.
They got to bring Gambit
it won't
back
happen.
somehow.
All right.
Cable's going to bring Gambit back.
No, man. No. And like, it's almost like, even if they did bring him back soon, it would kind of be like, make his death meaningless.
Next season, Gambit.
I would see a next season Gambit coming back thing. Could be fun. But no, he's dead. Like, he's like, death is a thing that happens in our lives. So like, we just gotta deal with it. You know, it sucks. You know that, but we both know that. So like, just
but not for Gambit.
Anyway, we got more to talk about.
Come on.
We're out of time, and we're gonna keep this episode a little brief. But we do need to talk about news you can't use. We do need to talk about the Deadpool trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of swearing. I will admit I've never seen a Deadpool movie completely. I've seen a lot of YouTube clips, but never seen the whole thing. I'm not looking forward to seeing this in the theater. I don't want...
People said that there was lots of swearing, but I didn't really notice it.
Dude, there's like 5 F-bombs in the first 2 minutes.
Okay.
But I am kind of cool. It's cool. It's going to be cool to see how they connect to the TVA. It was really good to see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine again. It feels like I feel like he could be the only Wolverine. I don't know anybody who could do that role. He's like done it. Like he's done it for so long. I'm like
Daniel Radcliffe.
Okay, that's a fantasy. He could probably do it. But so the story for this movie, I'm not sure all of it is something's going on with the multiverse. Deadpool from his universe has to go to another universe where Wolverine wasn't able to do something or save some people, and it caused a catastrophe. And now Deadpool needs that Wolverine to do something. We're not sure. So this won't take place in the main MCU proper that we know. The villain looks like
parts of it won't at least.
Yeah, but the villain looks a lot like the ancient one. And they did jump into a Doctor Strange portal. Did you see that?
Yeah, but there's somebody else that they're saying that is on the internet.
The internet's saying things. Okay.
Yeah, the internet's saying it's somebody whose initials is CO, I think. Catherine Oro?
So, can I not care what the internet says? Because they're wrong half the time?
They have coalesced on a single person.
Oh, the internet has coalesced on one person like usual. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can take that and get $1 and go buy a coffee. I don't really care. I don't do it. I don't do that theorizing it until it's over.
I gotta find out who this person is.
I don't care. I don't know. But I mean, like the action looked really good. Hugh Jackman looked really good. I don't care about Deadpool at all. I think he's a lame character, but it's fine. I know people.
What characters did you notice from this? I noticed Deadpool and Wolverine.
Ant-Man's head,
and Ant-Man,
his big old dead head, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really notice anything else. But I mean, they're going to have.
How do you spell villain? Villain's a hard word to spell.
Type in the first few letters in the Google.
It's not C-O, it's C-N.
Okay, who's it?
Cassandra Nova.
Oh, maybe it could be her. We've talked about her before. Professor X's sister.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It could be. I'm fine with that, but I don't know. But my point is, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, the other joke is, they recast the Ancient One?
I mean, at the end of the day, I just kind of want to wait to see what they do. I don't want to theorize too much. The trailer looked fine. Right. I know people are really excited about it. We're, of course, going to cover it in the podcast. But I've never been a big fan of Deadpool.
So in one of the earlier movies, or I guess the second movie, he loses his wife. And this movie is him trying to reverse that.
Who loses his wife?
Deadpool. When? In the second movie.
Oh, somebody kills her?
Yeah, she gets killed.
Oh.
While she's pregnant with his kid. And so this movie's him trying to reverse that. And then also in that movie,
you don't know that for sure.
Well, that's what he says in the trailer.
No, he doesn't. He says, I want to get all my stuff back. We don't know what he's doing. You don't know for sure.
Yeah, he says he wants to get all of his friends back. And all of his friends died in that movie, too.
They did?
So,
in the second one?
Yeah, like his whole team dies. Even Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt was in the second one?
Yeah, he played the Vanisher. He's invisible.
I have to watch this.
You do have to watch it. We got to watch 1 and 2.
Yeah, okay. What was I going to say?
And Zazie Betts is in it. She's good. She plays Domino. She's Lucky.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, I do remember that. Did she die too?
Probably. I don't remember exactly. Maybe she didn't because I don't remember her death, but a lot of people did.
Anyway, Daredevil. Oh my God, Deadpool
3. Deadpool and Wolverine.
Is it called Deadpool and Wolverine?
It's called Deadpool and Wolverine.
That's going to sell a lot of copies.
Right.
It'd be fine. It'd be good. We're gonna cover it. It'd be fine. But I mean, like, I'm not really a big fan of Deadpool. I never have been. But it'll work. It'll be fine. It'll be what it is. I
think you'll like it more than you think.
I know I will. I mean, I'm going to laugh when we rewatch Deadpool's. Like when we watch Deadpool 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But like, I just don't like Deadpool as a character. I never have. I don't like Rob Liefeld, the guy who created him. I didn't like it when he showed up. I didn't like any of it. I never liked it. Never. I did read.
That's the guy that everybody says can't.
He can't draw. He can't. But like, it's fine because, like, you know what? It doesn't always have to be about me. It doesn't have to be about what I like. The fans like it. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Deadpool's good.
So listen, you know what I am a fan of? I'm a fan of X-Men 97. We're going to cover it again next week. Pretty exciting.
That's right. Next week.
Mike, how can our fans and our listeners get information about the podcast to their friends and family?
Hit that share button. Share it with your friends and family. Share it with your local representatives.
Share it with your congressman.
That's right. They need something to listen to while they're doing nothing.
You know what we need? We need to be controversial enough to get banned, so people will hear about us.
Like TikTok.
Yeah, I think so. We need to do some. Oh yeah, TikTok is getting banned. It's funny aside. People know I teach college. I was talking to my students and I asked, "Hey, how do you guys feel about the TikTok ban?" And they were like, "Eh." And one student was like, "I hope they do ban it. I'm on it too much. I need someone to take it away from me." And then I was like, "How would you if you knew the Chinese government was spying on you through TikTok and was spying on American citizens through TikTok, would you use it anyway? And as soon as like, yeah, I would. I was like, it's crazy. Like the younger generation does not care about much, and even things that we think they care about, they actually don't care about. Like,
right. I think lots of people would, lots of generations would have been like, yeah, sure, I'll use it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, when I was 18, 19, 20, if someone asked me if I was going to watch a TV show, even though I knew it had subliminal messages in it, I was like, yeah, I don't care. Because I generally did not care. At 20, I only care about two things, and one of them was
I can play this record backward and it tells me stuff?
Yeah, that's right.
I don't care.
Anyway.
Right, yeah, whatever.
Right. Share it with your friends and family. Tell people about us. We'll cover X-Men 97 again. We only got 3 more episodes, Mike. Oh my God.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And it's all like, I guess it's all part of the same story.
That's be fun. So they should release all 3 at the same time.
That would be cool. That would be cool. Right. Yeah. Anyway, next week. More X-Men.